Alrighty, what's up everybody? We are live! Once again, we're live. So, thank you all for watching this video. My name is Peter Joseph. Welcome to another video right here on the official Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching again. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels, which are down there in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's your motherfucking bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so like, share, subscribe to the channels. And follow me on social media if you're real. If you're not, that, and go to hell. Just go to hell. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on with that. And don't forget to share the video and hit that bell so you get notified when I do another video. And if you miss it, you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. And you know what that means. It's time for your late night AEW Dynamite! Oh yeah! Dynamite! Review! For May the 31st, 2023, or if you're now watching on replay, you're seeing this on the 1st of June. We have started the month of June right here in the Northeast, as it's after midnight. So, it is your May the 31st, 2023 review, but if you're watching on the replay, it is now June the 1st, 2023. Alright. Once again, thank you all for watching. My name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator, and if you're watching for the first time, I am Peter Joseph, your gracious host, your tribal god, and I'm a content creator talking about AEW Dynamite, anything in the world of professional wrestling, and sports, music, and everything else. And that's pretty much it for that. Right here on this Wednesday night, or if you're watching somewhere else, like I said, it is now Thursday, June the 1st. So, happy June to all of you. Hope you had a great Wednesday. And if not, well, too bad for you. And that's pretty much it. Go Mets. Mets won today. I'm happy about that. And we'll move on with that. Alright, so let's quickly get into your Wednesday night Dynamite review for May the 31st, 2023. And we emanated from the Viejas, see, I know Spanish, Viejas Arena in San Diego, California. This is the aftermath and the fallout from Double or Nothing 5, which happened on Sunday night. Was a pretty explosive, see what I did there, show. And now on the road to AEW's next pay-per-view, collaborating with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that is Forbidden Door 2, coming your way in 24 days, June the 25th, from Toronto, Canada, and it's basically a sellout. So that's pretty damn good. I don't know how many tickets they did sell for that. I think about maybe 15,000 maybe. I don't know. I don't. They're not at the Rogers Center. They're at some other smaller venue, I think, in Toronto. But should be a good show. Hopefully by next week we'll get some matches announced, because you know how Tony Khan likes to do that. Like 2 weeks before the show, we'll get like 6 matches announced. But we'll have to see what happens on Rampage this Friday. Big card on Rampage. And we get all that. Alright, so as always, our commentary team for this evening the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Taz. Will Taz very happy to match one tonight. We also had the very evil and very legend. Wait for it. Very legendary commentator himself, the legend Tony Baloney Schiavone. And we had Bryan Danielson. Yes! On commentary for our first match of the evening. We had the Blackpool Cuck Club of Jon Moxley and the Ring of Honor champion Claudio Castagnoli as they team up with the man who doesn't tip when he goes to the restaurant, and that is Wheeler Yuta. So they take on the team of the Lucha Brothers, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Zero Miedo, along with their tag team partner, Bandito, who wore an outfit that looked like an homage to Curryman. He's hot, he's spicy, he tastes great, Curryman! Okay. Wonder if Bryan Danielson got mad about that. I don't know. But we move on with that. Blackpool Combat Club coming off a huge win, an explosive win, against the Elite at Double or Nothing. Thanks to Wheeler Yuta pinning Kenny Omega. I hate saying that. But it is what it is. And that's it. Alright, so this match was pretty damn good to start. Great banger of a match. We started with a triple super kick by the Super Lucha Brothers. But the Blackpool Cuck Club block triple stereo flippy dippity doos on the outside. And they start brawling on the outside. And then Wheeler Yuta and Bandito get in the ring to officially start the match. We get a body slam and a senton by the man who sucks. And that's Wheeler Yuta for early near fall. Bandito then picks him up for a 60-second delayed vertical suplex. I don't know if the fans counted, but 60-plus seconds in the air. As the Lucha Brothers have Moxley and Claudio trapped in arm bars. So it's a trios match, so it's Lucha Libre style, so they can do that. Then we get a long near fall. Then a super kick by Pentagon to Wheeler Yuta. Rey Fenix follows up with a tightrope walk punt kick to the face, and it was good. Hey, you can play for the Niners. We need a punter. But anyway. Then we get a Gilmore Cutter! Bang! Out of nowhere by Mr. Moxley. Stop using my move, John. Bastard. And a corkscrew kick by Rey Fenix. Then a European Tiger uppercut by Claudio. And a backstabber by Pentagon. So, there's a lot of fast-paced action early on in this match. Bandito then missed a springboard crossbody, then rolls to the floor into the waiting arms of Moxley and Claudio, who then hit a spike pile driver on the floor to Bandito. Ow! Oh, that was nasty. And then Moxley officially tags himself in, sends Bandito into the corner with a half-and-half suplex. And then they're working on Bandito. Bandito comes back, hits a tornado, whatever. Gets a flippy dippity doo off the top. Then we get the hot tag to Rey Fenix. Claudio Castagnoli comes in. We get a Cazadora into a DDT by the Lucha Brothers to Mr. Moxley. And then Wheeler Yuta and Bandito come back in. They exchange some strikes in the center of the ring. And then Wheeler Yuta with the good old Roddy Piper poke in the eyes. Then a running drop kick by the Bandit himself, a Bandito. Then a pop-up Gilmore Cutter. Bang. Once again. Then double flippy dippity doos by the Lucha Brothers. And then an Eddie Galera frog splash by Bandito for a near fall. Then he hits the Gory Bomb into a knee. He almost felt like a goy bomb into a go to sleep. Hey, stop stealing my moves. Because you know how I hit the go to sleep into a Gilmore cutter. Because nobody can reinvent that. And if they did, I'm going to sue. But I digress. So we get a gory bomb into a knee by Bandito on Wheeler Yuta. And then he goes for the 21 plex, but we see Moxley holding on to Wheeler Yuta. Yuta reverses it into a running knee strike, which floors Bandito, which allowed Wheeler Yuta to drop some heavy anvil-like elbows to him, like about 5 or 6 of them. I don't know, I lost count. Then Wheeler Yuta locks in the seatbelt. 1, 2, 3. Once again, Wheeler Yuta gets the win. So they're really showcasing this schmuck. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on with that. So the Blackpool Cut Club get the win in a pretty fun match to start. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we'll see where the Blackpool Cut Club go next. But I think we're leading up to Blood and Guts pretty damn soon with the Elite. But Kenny and the Bucks have to get a 5th partner if Takeshita does not join them. Well, we don't know what his alliance is, but we will hear from Don Callis and the Japanese sensation in a little bit. But we move on. Alright, speaking of the Elite, we go to Alex Marvez in the back with the Young Bucks. And the Hangman, Adam Page, about to talk some cowboy shit. No Kenny, because Kenny is supposedly in Canada. Or is he? So Marvez said, I heard that Kenny's out of the country. He's back in Canada licking his wounds and stuff. And then Adam Page is like, no, yeah, Kenny's hurt, but he's not in Canada. So, guess where he is? You say the United States of America, I'm going to kick your ass. No, he's back in Japan, hanging out with a certain guy named Ibushi at a certain event, possibly called Dominion. Just saying, because he is the IWGP United States Champion, and he's defending that belt. That's why he's not there. Surprised some of you marks on Twitter did not think of that. Oh, he's in Japan. Yeah, duh. You don't know for what. Unless you follow New Japan Pro Wrestling, like I do religiously. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Alright, so I gave the Elite segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright. Then we go to the ring with Tony Schiavone, and he brings out his guest, the Bullet Club Gold. Bang! Of the Switchblade. Wait, with the Switchblade. Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson. So they come out, do the Bullet Club sign. Everybody's happy and everything. By the way, too sweet me for the love of God. Yes. Alright, so Jay White reminds us that Ricky Starks isn't the champion either because he lost at when Tony Schiavone brought up that him and Juice lost in the Battle Royal for the international title. And Jay's like, well, Ricky Starks was in it, he lost too. And then Juice wants to know why FTR made the save on Ricky after the fact, after their match. He says FTR are from the South, so they are kind of slow. Pretty much they are. And dumb. So then FTR comes out, fuck the Revival, the tag team champs, on their successful title defense against Black Machismo, yeah, Jay Lethal, oh, get. And double J, J-E, double F, J-A, double R-E, double T, that's Jeff Jarrett. So they retain, thankfully, even though Aubrey Edwards got knocked the fuck out by Karen Jarrett. That's fun. She took that like a champ. But anyway, so FTR comes out, and the Bullet Club think that FTR are here because they want to join the Biz Cliz. Biz Cliz. I'm learning new words every day. Anyway, so Dax Harwood wants to get the mic. Mike just says, "Here you go, plop. Go pick it up." And then Juice drops Dax with a handful of quarters. Hey, you're not Joey Ryan. Stop it. Anyway, so they attack FTR. Jay White hits the Blade Runner on Cash. Then we get a headlock driver on Dax. So they lay him out, and then Ricky Starks comes in a bit too late for the save. And then he gets on the mic and cuts one hell of a promo, basically calling Jay White a punk-ass bitch. And challenges to a fight next week on Dynamite, which I believe is in Boston next week. I think it's in Boston, I'm not sure. But anyway, wherever they are next week, they're going to have a fight. And Ricky's like, this has to end, and we're going to end it next week. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe finally Ricky gets to win over Jay White and the Bullet Club, but I doubt it. I thought it was going to be a six-man tag, but there's really no other guy that... Unless they're recruiting, and we're going to get an intro next week for a new guy, but there was rumblings that Bullet Club Gold will be adding members, because their shirt's out now, so go get it right now. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that entire segment 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, we were supposed to get an announcement from Tony Khan, man. And I thought it was going to be a little bit later in the show, but we get it right in the middle of the show. So, Tony Khan, man, with another huge announcement regarding the debut of AEW Collision on June 17th at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. And he says, on that show, we will see the return of CM Punk. So there you go. It makes it official that CM Punk will be the star of Collision, and he will make his grand return, the second coming, on June the 17th at 8 p.m. on TNT. So we are 2 weeks away from the debut episode of Collision, and when Collision does debut, you will get your Collision review just pretty much every Saturday night, right here. Well, not right here, but on my Killer Demons channel. I would put it here, but I want to keep this strictly NXT, and well, I might put it back on here because I got too many things on Killer Demons anyway. I got Raw, SmackDown, Rampage, Ring of Honor. So I got 4 shows there. So I'll put Collision on here. So I'll have Dynamite and Collision on here, along with NXT, not NXT, sorry. Along with NXT and pay-per-view reviews. So you got that. Why don't you just do it in one channel? Well, I'd like to spread the love. I know, I get that question all the time. Why do you have 5 channels? Why do you have so many channels? Why can't you just have one fucking channel? And the answer is, I don't feel like it. Why do I have to get chastised about how many fucking channels I got? Joe Cronin has like 4 channels. You know, why don't you yell at Joe Cronin? Why don't you yell at JD? JD is like 2 or 3 channels. You know, one of them's gaming. Joe has Corrupted Nation, a channel. Then he has, I think, another channel. There's like 2 or 3 channels. You don't yell at him, right? You just have to yell at me because I'm the bad guy. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is with you fucking marks in this so-called community. I know I'm not great. I'm not a big star like Joe or JD. I know I'll never get the subs they get, but I take what I get, you know. I got 453 subscribers right now on this channel. I gained a lot of subs from like about from earlier this month when I had basically like 429, 430. Now I have 453. So, well, most of them I know are trolls and everything. I really don't care about that. Because, you know, they have an obsession with me with their fake accounts. So, but we don't care about those people anymore. We're moving on from them. So, they want to sub and be obsessed even more. I don't give a shit. Thanks for the free view. And that's it. Alright, we move on with that. So Tony Khan with the announcement that CM Punk going to be on the debut episode of Collision. And I can probably bet you nothing that it might get 1 million views. Might. I doubt it, but we'll see. We shall see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, speaking of moving on, we go to match number 2. A triple threat match between Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Alright, so he takes on Swerve Strickland of the Mogul Embassy as he came out with Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony, the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions, along with the leader of the Embassy, my good friend, the real Prince of the Prophecy, and that is my good friend, Prince Nana. Going on, Prince? How you doing? Nana, that is. Prince Nana. What's going on, my dude? Miss you. But I digress. Anyway, so they're taking on a member of the Best Friends. Give me a hug. That's Trent. Alright, this match wasn't really that great. It's also with Big Cass dominating Trent and Swerve early on. But they team up on Bill to dump him to the outside. And then Swerve and Trent start fighting on the apron. And then Big Cass, or Big Bill, comes back with a big boot. And then Trent pulls Swerve directly right into that boot. Knocked him completely out. And then Trent and Bill go at it. Trent dropkicks Bill to the floor. Hits an Oriali moonsault. What's a moonsault? Just a weird looking one. But effective. Off the middle rope. And then Swerve hits a running pump kick off the apron. Then he goes up top for the Swerve stomp. But Big Cass catches him. And then all 3 men are on the top. Big Cass teases a double goozle, double choke slam. But Swerve and Trent hit a superplex on the Bill down to the mat. So all 3 men are down. And then Swerve walks into a half and half suplex by, I believe it was Trent. Falls up with a dive attempt, but Big Cass is there with a black hole slam. Or abyss slam, whatever you want to call it. And then Swerve hits a swerve kick, or I thought it was GML driver, whatever you want to call it. He hits a swerve kick to Big Cass, goes to the cover, gets a 2 count. Then we get a Rolling Thunder flatliner, nice, by Swerve to Trent. Then the Swerve stomp, but he missed this time. Trent with a flying knee and a stalling pile driver. But goes to the cover, Big Cass breaks up the pin. And then he and Trent fight on the apron. Big Cass choke slams him from the apron over the top into the ring. Nasty. And then Swerve goes up the top with the Swerve stomp to Big Cass on the apron. Then rolls to the ring and cradles Trent. 1, 2, 3. So Swerve Strickland gets the win. It was a nice match. Not great, but I gave it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. And we move on. And that's it. What do you want to do? Alright, after that, we get a nice video package for the new TBS champion, Chris Statlander, who won the title from Jade Cargill at Double or Nothing, ending her 60-0 streak. So I don't know what they're going to do with Jade. I do see her maybe getting a rematch for said belt, either on Dynamite or Rampage. We'll have to see. But in any case, we get that. Alright, then Renee Paquette is on the stage, and she brings out her guests, the Acclaimed Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Daddy Ass. And remember, ladies, Just remember, ladies, scissor me, mommy ass! Yeah. Alright, gonna do some scissoring. Let's all scissor later on. Well, ladies, I'll scissor Rosa later. But I digress. Anyway, so they're talking, and then they're talking about their loss to the House of Black in their open house trios title match at Double or Nothing. Daddy Ass blames himself for the loss, and then Max Cass is like, no, don't blame yourself there, Billy. Don't worry, it's okay. It happens. So Max Caster says they are still the people's choice, and they were undefeated until that loss on Sunday. And then Anthony Bowens reminds the fans they were screwed out of tag team gold by the Ass Boys. And he says Daddy Ass deserves to hold some gold one more time. I mean, he's 58 years old. So I think he will get those. They will get the trios titles off of the House of Black, hold it for a little bit, and then lose it, and then that'll probably be it for Billy Gunn for his career. I don't know if he's gonna wrestle into his 60s like other people have. Hogan, Flair, Terry Funk. Why are you talking about me? I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Terry, I know. In Japan, #1, forever. I know, Terry, I know. Forever. Okay, Terry, stop it. Forever. Terry. Don't make me have to call Cactus. Cactus. What do you mean, Cactus? Terry, stop acting like an asshole. Cactus, why are you talking to me like that, you idiot? I'll tell you to do some barbed wire explosives. I'm sorry, Terry. Would you like a Dorito? They're very tasty. No, Cactus. I don't eat that crap. Leave me alone. I have to lay down. I'm tired. Okay, Terry. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, I hate those guys. And no, I'm not drunk or anything. I'm just doing an impression. If you don't like it, too bad. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll see if the Acclaimed can win gold for Daddy Ass one more time before he hangs it up for good. So I gave this segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, we go to commercial. We come right back with Tony Baloney once again in the ring. And he says, I feel like I'm going to throw up by saying this man's name. So he calls out the Weasel, Don Callis, and Kazuke Takeshita, to the ring. So they come out, no music. They come out to straight as fuck booze. And my God, did Don get nuclear heat. He got Dom heat, but worse. Oy. But, so every time Don tried to talk, the fans, the booze got louder and louder and louder. I'm like, God damn. But anyway, he finally did say something, and he blames Kenny for the scar on his face, 23 stitches in his head, and says Kenny has destroyed his family, so he's gonna, he lost a nephew, but gained a son in Takeshita, who is better than Omega, and he said he's better than Okada. No, nobody's better than Okada, really, not that many people are better than Okada. And he says he's the greatest athlete he's ever seen in wrestling, better than Rikidozan, whoever that is, some guy in Japan. Better than Keiji Muto, which means the Great Muta. Better than Antonio Inoki, no. Better than Okada, no. And he says he's better than Kenny. So he says, I might have lost a nephew, but I'm gonna build a new family, and I'm gonna take out the elite. And then, the catcher cut a promo in Japanese, and a little bit of English here and there. And, basically the crowd was booing the living crap out of both of them. Oh, man. That crowd in San Diego tonight was red hot. Loved it. Better than what in Vegas. So Vegas, take notes. That's how you, wake up. Because you were dead the whole night on Sunday night. But this crowd tonight was up for it. They were a great crowd. And usually California crowds are pretty damn good if you know them from Los Angeles, San Francisco. Sacramento's okay, but not great, but usually LA and San Fran have pretty good crowds. Usually Los Angeles, when they go to the Forum and the Kia Forum and everything, or if they go to the Staples Center, but that's that. All right, so I gave the Takeshita and Don Callis' promo 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. And we move on. All right, match number 3, we go to tag team action player. We had the Gates of Agony, Toa Lior and Bishop Quan. I know not Quan. Ah! If you play Final Fantasy IX, you know that reference. If not, go play the game. And when you get up to that part, you know what I'm talking about. When the guy that says he's not Quan, I don't like Quan, but it's Quan. Oh, I spoiled some of it. When you play as Master Vivi, he goes to the guy that he's like, oh, you remind me of my dad. Are you Quan? I know not Quan. And then later on, Vivi finds out that who he talked to was his actual dad. Who actually looks like another character in the game. Eat! Yeah. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, go play Final Fantasy IX, you'll love it. I think you can play it on the PlayStation 4. I don't know for free, but I think you have to buy it, which sucks. I wish you could just download the entire game for free. Some games you can do that, but some games you can't. I don't know why. On the PlayStation Network. But in any case, the Gates of Agony came out by themselves. No Brian Cage, no Prince Nana, no Swerve until the end of the match. So they take on the team of the All-International Champion, or the IC Champ, my good friend and yours, Orange Cassidy. And he teams with the man who, he got beat at Double or Nothing. Guess what? With a headlock takeover by the great MJF. And that's Darby Allin. How you guys doing? I weigh 150 pounds and I lost not once but twice on a headlock takeover, a basic fucking move. I suck. Pretty much you do. Anyway, this was a pretty solid match. Starts out with Toa Lior going right after OC, who's bandaged up from his long run as champion. His back's all fucked up and his body's all fucked up, but he's still the champ. Still the champ until further notice. And he will defend the belt next week against Swerve. So maybe we'll see a title change, maybe we won't. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. Anyway, so we got an overhead belly-to-belly by Toa inside the ring, and then Darby sends Bishop Quan into the ring post on the outside. And then Darby's also banged up, bandages on his shoulders. We got a running cross body block by Toa, flattens Darby, goes for a charge in the corner. Darby looks for a springboard coughing drop, but Toa hits one hell of a mid-air pounce! Period. That just destroys Darby. I was like, oh, this match is over, right? Wrong. And then the rest of the Mogul Embassy come out. Prince Nana and Brian Cage and Swerve, they all come out. They sit on the stage for a little bit. They look on. Then the Gates of Agony take turns beating on Darby for a while. They throw him to the outside. Bishop Quan drags Darby outside, ping-pongs him off the ring apron. Ow. Then the guardrail on the outside. Then Toa Lior runs over Orange Cassidy on the floor. And they're still in control. beating up Darby, Uranagi. Look to finish off Darby. Darby fights back with some strikes to both men. He avoids the charge attempts by both men and gets the hot tag to Orange Cassidy, who cleans house, puts his hands down his pants, and he found nuts. Yes, I'm Cisco. Yes, I'm Eber, and I'm giving you 2 thumbs up. I'll give you 1. But in any case, basically he goes nuts. We get a satellite DDT to Bishop Quan for a near fall. But they come right back with a Samoan drop to Orange Cassidy and a sandwich lariat. I guess that's the double lariat for a near fall, as Darby made the save. They go for a double choke slam, but Cassidy counts with a double Hurricane Rana. And then he tags in Darby, who hits coffin splashes to both men. And then Toa Lior sends himself into the ring post. Orange Cassidy with the orange punch that sends Toa Lior to the floor. We get a cannonball by Darby, and then in the Stun Dog Millionaire by Orange Cassidy to Bishop Quan. Then a running code red to Bishop Quan by Darby. And then Orange Cassidy takes out Toa Lior on the outside with a suicide dive. Darby goes up top, hits the coffin drop. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy get the win. Pretty solid match. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. So your winner once again, Darby and Orange Cassidy get the win. After the match, the rest of Mogul Embassy go to the ring. They basically beat the crap out of Orange Cassidy and Darby. It's basically a 4-on-2, or 3-on-2 minus Prince Nana. And then the lights go out, and they come back on. It's Stink! It's Stink! Tony Schiavone, it's Stink! So the man called Sting, he comes out and is back with Darby after letting Darby get his butt kicked by MJF. So he comes out and runs off Mogul Embassy as they want no part of the Stinger. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that situation as we go into next week. Possibly a 6-man tag team match with Sting, Darby, and Orange Cassidy. Not next week, maybe in the future, because Swerve is taking on Orange Cassidy for the All-International title. Next week, like I said, possible title change, but we'll see. And we move on with that. All right, we go to break. We come back. Once again, Tony Baloney is in the ring. And we supposed to have a very special guest. I don't know who it was supposed to be, but somehow I think Tony Khan sent for the man. Get in here, Hook. So Hook, ladies and gentlemen, he comes in out of nowhere. So Tony's like, "Oh, great to see you, Hook." He talks about him getting involved in the win with the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, dude, as they beat Ethan Page and the Ass Boys, and now Ethan Page's contract belongs to Matt Hardy. So Tony asks Hook, "What's next for you?" And then as he's about to talk, we hear Jose Jalapeno on a stick, or Jose the assistant. He comes out and says, "Hey, pero." So La Facción Ingobernables come out. So it's Jose with Preston Vance, and Jalistico. They come out and say, "Well, we don't get any TV time." And he mentions Rush ain't there, because I think he's in Mexico. I don't know where he is. So Preston and Jalistico are going to take the TV time from Hook. So they jump Hook 2-on-1. Really 3-on-1. And then we hear the music of Jungle Man Jack Perry. He comes out with a chair and basically beats the crap out of La Facción de Ingobernables. So we get the reunion of Jungle Hook. So we get that. So it might be a tag team match, maybe on Rampage or next week on the program. So Jungle Hook versus Preston Vance and Jalistico, possibly happening next week, but we'll see what happens with that. But great to see Jungle Hook back together for, I guess, next week, and then back on the singles circuit they go. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on. All right, then we go to the dreaded death slot. That's the 9:30 death slot for the women. Match number 4 for the AEW TBS Championship. Excuse me. We have the new champ, Chris Statlander, in her very first title defense right off the bat. She takes on the native beast, Nyla Rose, who came out with Marina Shafir. Match was, it was okay, typical women's match. So it's also with Chris Statlander looking for a body slam, but Nyla's too fat. Son of a bitch is fucking fat. I'll make her bleed. Oh, yeah, I bet you would, Scott. Leave her alone. Be nice. Be nice, Scott. She's fat! Okay. Not that fat. Well, she is kind of fat. My girlfriend's not fat. She's just got junk in the trunk, if you know what I mean. She got that ass, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, right, Scott? You know what I mean. She's my freak. This goes out to all my freaks out there. Big Papa PJ is your hookup. Holla, if you hear me. That's pretty much it. Alright, so anyway. So she tries for a body slam, can't get the big woman up. And then Nyla with a senton and missed. And then Statlander locks in a body scissors to slow down the pace. And then both women trade suplex attempts. But Nyla wins the exchange with one into the corner. Ow. And then she locks in a single leg crab, circa 1922. As we go to commercial, we come back. Get a running back elbow in the corner by Nyla and a clothesline for a near fall. Statlander comes back with a rolling lariat and a series of strikes that staggers Nyla. Then a running boot in the corner, followed by a running knee and a blue thunder bomb by the champ for a near fall. But then Nyla comes back and drills Chris Statlander in the corner, follows her outside with a cannonball off the apron, and then she looks at the camera like, okay, you're smart. Nyla then whips Statlander into the guardrail, ow, then hits another cannonball into the guardrail, ow. They go back in the ring, Nyla hits a choke slam for a near fall, but Nyla tried to finish her off, but Chris Statlander hit a jawbreaker to knock Nyla down. She goes, and then Chris Statlander goes up top and nails a 450 splash. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. Chris Statlander retains the TBS Championship. Match was alright. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Chris Statlander in her first title defense, she retains over Nyla Rose, and that's pretty much it. Bing, bang, boom, good night. Alright, then we find out what's coming up on Rampage this week. We got Championship Rampage. So Rampage might be something to watch this week. We got El Hijo de Vikingo against Bruce. And I believe, Commander, I thought it was Rush and Jalistico, but it's Rush and Commander for the AAA Mega Championship. That's gonna be a banger of a match. I can tell you that right now. We got Katsuyori Shibata defending on Thursday night against Alex Coughlin, I believe, for the Pure title on Ring of Honor TV episode 14. And then he will be defending on Rampage against I forget who he's facing on Rampage, but he is defending the Pure title against Lee Moriarty on Rampage, so we get that. Also, Willow Nightingale with her first New Japan Strong Women's title defense as she takes on the great Emi Sakura. So the New Japan Strong Women's belt will be showcased. That's pretty damn nice. I like that. Good job, Tony Khan. Good job. And also, we got the New Japan Television title being defended by Zack Sabre Jr. as he has a match with Action Andretti that should be a banger. So Rampage might actually be fucking good this week. I mean, it was good last week and got 460 something thousand views in its normal time slot. Now it's back normal time slot this week. So I would not be surprised if Rampage, those ratings go way up. Not way up, but they go up a little bit. But Championship Friday night on Rampage right after SmackDown. So I think Tony was a little bit desperate because he wants the ratings, But it's Roman's 1,000-day celebration. I mean, you got to go all out to get some of those ratings after that, which I think Roman's celebration is going to end the show. I doubt it's going to start the show. But then again, you never know on a live SmackDown. So Tony wants to try to get the fans to stay tuned for Rampage, because he's got a big championship caliber card. It's a pretty good card. I love it. I love the card. And that's pretty much it. So we got that, and then they talk about next week's card for Dynamite. Orange Cassidy versus Swerve Strickland for the All International title. And also Ricky Starks versus Jay White in a grudge match. And we'll see what happens with that. So good stuff coming from AEW on Friday, and then next week on the program. That's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we go to your main event of the evening. Only a 5-match card with a couple of segments in between on a 2-hour show. This show went really quick. But in any case, main event time, we have a mixed tag team match. We have the Oak Show, the Wizard, Le Champion, Chris Jericho, Judas in my mind. So he comes out with the lovely Saraya Knight Page. So they team up for the very first time as they take on the team of Dr. Britt Baker. Say with me now. G-M-G, baby. Along with her boy toy, the man of her dreams. And that's the man who I'm actually wearing the shirt. And that is Adam.Cole, baby. Yes, it's Wednesday night. It's time for Adam.Cole night. So we got that. So Adam.Cole, baby, and Dr. Britt Baker, baby, they team up to take on Chris Jericho and Saraya Knight in a mixed tag team match. This match was a little bit sloppy, with the women. Jericho had a little bit of a bump around his eye. It was a little bit noticeable, and you couldn't really tell, but in any case, we get that. It was a little bit sloppy, but still told a good story near the end with Cole getting his revenge on Jericho for what happened to Britt getting her revenge on Saraya for what happened a couple weeks ago. So we get that. So we started off the match with Jericho and Adam.Cole in a hockey fight. Hey, the Stanley Cup doesn't begin until Saturday. What's going on here? By the way, the Las Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers in the final round, the Stanley Cup Finals this Saturday. Game 1, I believe, is in Vegas. But we'll see what happens with that. As far as who I'm going to pick, I'm probably going to go with Vegas to win in 6 games. I mean, Florida is pesky, so I would not be surprised if Florida can steal one in Vegas, or they can maybe hold home ice and win both games in Florida. But we'll see how it goes on, I believe it's on Saturday. We got game 1 of the NBA Finals tomorrow. That is between the Denver Nuggets and the team that beat those Celtics. That's the Miami Heat. Game 1 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night on ABC 7. So that should be a pretty good series. Might be a little bit of a mismatch, but I think Miami will get a couple wins here and might still win in Denver. I think they'll hold home court. So I think this matchup, I think it's going to go 6, but I think the Denver Nuggets are going to win. I don't think this is their first championship, but they're going to win the NBA championship. And in convincing fashion, I think they're going to win in 6 games. I think Miami's going to give him a lot of fits, with Jimmy Butler and company, We'll have to see. I mean, they put on a clinic on Monday night in Boston, whipped the crap out of the Celtics, and beat them by 19. So, the Celtics' epic comeback came to a screeching halt on Monday night. And we're 0 for 153 of teams that have tried to come back from a 3-0 lead in the NBA and have not done it yet. We've seen it in baseball with the Boston Red Sox against those horrible New York Skankies. And we've seen it in hockey. The last time we actually saw that was in 2012 with, I believe, I think the Bruins did it. So, it can be done, but not in the NBA yet. But we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, so Jericho and Adam.Cole, baby, get into a hockey fight to start. Jericho wins that little fight with a running clothesline, but Adam.Cole, baby, reverses, delivers some heavy duty chops. And then both men are laying into each other. Jericho goes for the eyes a la Roddy Piper. Then he throws Cole to the outside into the guardrail. They bring it back in the ring. Jericho runs into a clothesline before tagging in Saraya Knight, which means Britt has to come in. So traditional mixed tag team rules, which I think is stupid. WWE does it. Freaking, I think Impact does it. I think every major promotion does it. But the only way you can get women versus men is GCW or ICW. All the hardcore stuff here in the Northeast. Or, basically the indie circuit, because they don't have those rules. Men can beat up the men can beat up the women can beat up the men. And pretty soon, here in Brooklyn, we're going to get intergender warfare. That's in November. So, get ready for that. It's going to be an explosive night. I can't wait for that, coming up in November. But we'll see what happens with that when we get there. But anyway, we move on. Alright, so Britt comes in automatically. Then we get a big hockey fight between the ladies. Cat fight! Britt hits a sling blade, and then an explosive suplex on Paige for a near fall. Then the air raid crash. And then Britt starts taunting Jericho. Come on, baby! And then Saraya distracts the ref as Jericho trips Britt on the outside. And then Adam.Cole gets pissy, sprints over to beat up Jericho, but the referee, I think it was Arbery, gets in between them. Jericho rolls into the ring to taunt Britt Baker a little bit as Saraya Knight keeps control. She hits a snap suplex for a near fall. Then the rest of the Outcasts, Ruby Soho, and the AEW Women's Champion, who had a promo early in the night, talking about how she's going to become a fighting champion. So we get that from Toni Storm. So they come out. Jericho distracts the referee as they lay into Britt on the outside. And then Hikaru Shida, holy Shida! She comes out with her kendo stick and beats the crap out of Ruby and Toni Storm, lays them out. And then we get to Adam.Cole, baby, and Chris Jericho in the ring. Cole with a big enziguri. Misses a dropkick. Jericho connects with a lion salt. And then the ladies are back in legally. Britt connects with a pair of clotheslines and a neck breaker. Ooh, don't say neck breaker with Paige, because she had that neck surgery. So I gotta be careful doing a neck breaker to Paige. But anyway, it was okay. Saraya wasn't hurt or anything. But Saraya puts Britt on top, on the top rope. Baker looks to jump off, but Chris Jericho covers Saraya and says, don't do it. And then Britt's like, well, fuck you, man. She does a frog splash on the Jericho, squashes both of them. And then Adam.Cole, baby, comes in with a pump kick and a backstabber to Jericho. looks for the Panama City Sunrise. Jericho catches him with the walls of Jericho. And Cole's trying to get out of it. And Saraya then drops Britt from the apron. Cole's fighting to get to the ropes. He finally gets to the ropes. And Britt's on the apron. She gets the glove. She's got the glove. And knocks Jericho off of her man. And locks Jericho in the lockjaw. In the center of the ring. I guess you can win with that. I think Oriole's like, oh, you tap. But Saraya comes in and makes the save. Well, really, should that be a DQ? Because Britt was, beating up on the man. So, but not that many DQs in AEW land. But nonetheless, Adam.Cole tunes up the band, looking for a super kick, but walks right into a code breaker for a near fall. And then both men go at it in the middle of the ring. We get a double clothesline for a double down from the men. And then the women are in now. They continue where they left off, beat the crap out of each other. Britt goes for a fisherman's neck breaker, but Saraya counters that with an elevated sit-out DDT. Almost like Rampage. Or, well, I don't know what she calls it now. And it didn't look good because it was very rough landing. But they get a near fall into that. And then Jericho brings in his bat, Floyd. Don't call him Pink Floyd. But gets super kicked by Adam.Cole, baby. And then Britt Baker connects with one of her own on Saraya Knight. Then both the lovely couple hit a double super kick on Jericho. And then Britt tags Jericho, where he tags Adam.Cole, baby, her man, who drops the knee pad and lowers the boom. And Adam.Cole covers 1, 2, 3. Adam.Cole, baby, and Britt Baker, baby. They get the win. It was an okay match. A little bit sloppy at times, but still, I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Jericho throws a temper tantrum as they go up the ramp, as Adam.Cole and Britt Baker, share a kissy, and they throw up their arms and, all that good stuff. So, good way to end the show. Adam.Cole and Britt Baker get the win. I guess they really want to, because the Owen Hart Cup is coming up pretty soon, and I guess they're defending, or I don't know if they're defending they're not really defending the title, so it wasn't even a title. They just get a belt, and that's it. So I would assume they're going to be in this tournament again when I think it starts. I think it's probably starting pretty soon, or I think it starts at Forbidden Door, then ends in July. So we got that. So we're gonna have Owen Hart tournament matches pretty soon, and then I think the finals are gonna be in July on Collision, I believe. So we got that. So we'll see if Adam.Cole and Britt Baker can repeat. I don't know if they will, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, so that ends Dynamite. So like I said, the match was okay, a little bit sloppy, 3 out of 5 stars. But overall, Dynamite was a pretty solid show, and I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment, or if you want to do your own video, do that. But if you want to leave a comment, leave it down below in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button, stick that thumb straight up the wazoo, up the arse, up Neil's ass. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We just hit 450. We're a little bit over now, 450. We're 47 away from 500, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get to 500. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will get to 500 subs. But it might take till next year, but we'll see. I'm not all about getting a lot of subs. I just take it as it comes. And same thing with my views. I take it as I come. I'm not here for all the views and everything. I'm just here to talk wrestling. Try to entertain the best I can. And if people don't like it, well, that's just too bad. I'm going to do it for as long as I feel like doing it. And like I said, if you don't like me, then don't watch me, block me. Hey, that rhymes. But I digress. But in any case, that's all I gotta say about that. So like the video, subscribe to the channels, share them with your friends. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And tap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, you're, like I said, you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm out of here. I'm going to edit up this video. And then I'm going to sleep because I got a long day tomorrow. Got work. And I got to do some errands tomorrow afternoon. Then I'm going to have dinner with my folks. And that's pretty much it. With the missus, of course. Then I'm going to have a great weekend as we start the first unofficial weekend of June, and then as of on Monday we start the first full week of June, as we're a couple weeks away. We're under 3 weeks away from the official start of summer, so we got that. We're a month away from July 4th weekend. That's the big one we're waiting for. So get ready, because in about 6 weeks away from July 4th weekend, and it's around the corner. So after July 4th weekend, we're pretty much starting the road to the end of summer, which is the unofficial end of summer, which is Labor Day weekend, which is coming up in September. So already in June now, so we got June, July, and all of August. We got 3 months to go before the unofficial end of summer. So hopefully, for some of you, you're going to have a good summer, go away on your vacation, or maybe take a mini vacation like I might be taking pretty soon. But I actually, tentatively, I am going to be taking a week off for my mental health break at the end of July. So I will be taking a break. It's not going to be a month break like I said I might be taking, but I'm going to take a full week off from doing videos. Thankfully there's no, besides July 30th, which is NXT Great American Bash, but I won't be live after that. I will be live next day, which is July 31st. In the afternoon, I will be back from my break to do the NXT Great American Bash review. And then I will be back in August. I'll be around. Might take a mini trip with the missus to somewhere. Probably be a weekend trip, so I'll probably be off for about the weekend. But as far as so really my vacation will begin in the end of July. I will be gone for about a week or so, maybe at most maybe 7 to 9 days. So I will be back though after that little mental health break. But I will be back full time after that. But like I said, I might be taking some breaks in between sometime in August, probably after Labor Day. So we'll be back to a normal schedule, not every day, but probably as of July, we should be back to, I'm probably doing videos every other day or every 2 days, depending on how I feel and everything. Because my work schedule is going to get a little bit busy in the summer, going into the fall, and the fall is going to get really busy because, that's how it is. After Labor Day, it'll probably get a little bit more busy. So we'll see what happens with that, and we'll see how that goes. I might take a long vacation in the end of this year, but that's tentative right now. I know it's It's June 1st right now, so got a long way to go before Christmas and everything. So we'll see what happens with that in the next 6 months. But we're at the halfway point of 2023. And it hasn't been that great for me so far, but I'm hoping the next 6 months going to the end of the year are going to be probably the best ever. But we'll see what happens with that. We're taking it every day, each day as it comes, and that's pretty much it. We're pushing everything to the side. We're thinking positively again, and we're not going to deal with those people anymore. We're going to ignore them forever. And whatever they do, that's on them. I don't give a shit what they do, what they say. You know, they're still chirping, but I don't really give two shits, and that's pretty much it. So, bye-bye, so long, farewell to you nerds, and that's pretty much it. You little boys, you're done. That's it. Like Damian Priest said, you're done. You're washed. It's over. End of story. So, but if you want to keep chirping, then you're chirping to nobody. You're not chirping to the choir anymore. So, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. So thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Dynamite, and we'll see what happens next week, or what happens on Rampage, and then next week on the program. So I will be back late. Well, I'll be back that late, but I will be back tomorrow night with your Ring of Honor review on the Killer Demons channel for episode 14 of Ring of Honor TV. Should be some good shit. And then I will be back live on Friday night with your SmackDown and AEW Rampage review. And that'll be it for the week. I may be back Saturday. We'll see what happens on the weekend. But if not, Friday will probably be the last time I do a video. And that's pretty much it. So I will be back tomorrow on the Killer Demons channel with my Ring of Honor review, and then live once again on Killer Demons 669 with my live SmackDown and Rampage review, and that'll probably be it. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, well, like I said, you're SOL, and you know what that means. And if you're still not down with that, oh well, you're lost, because I got the greatest 3 words in the history of YouTube. And those 3 words are, fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, my friends, go fuck yourselves. And peace.